Alright, hello everybody, it's me, Clock, and we're playing Astronaut, a Sussy Among Us visual novel made by the people who made Mushroom Oasis, okay? I believe this was made for the Monstrous Desires Game Jam as well. Yes, I know, we've been playing a lot of monster fucker games. My bad. Let's play. Vessel. Bidadari 221. Designation. Mechanic. Please input crewmate identification. Oh fuck, man! Why'd I call myself sus? It's over. Clock reference. The moment my eyes flicked open, I instantly knew something was wrong. Bright red lights flooded the ambience within my private quarters, leaving everything looking blood-soaked and gruesome. For a second, there was a pulse of fear in my chest before it faded, my logic stifling my instincts telling me it was too soon to panic. Despite how the crimson hues signaled danger all around me, it was better to keep my head on straight. My hand reaches up to scratch an uncomfortable itch on my collar, only to find my arm was caught underneath my toppled desk. Luckily, my suit cushioned most of the impact, leaving a dull ache and nothing more. Ugh! Grunting with effort, I kicked off the offending furniture and sat up to assess everything, fixing my visor over my eyes. Excuse me, did the furniture swear at me? Fuck you! I casted a quick glance around my room. Some furniture toppled on their sides and my usually neat shelf of books and trinkets chaotic and disorganized. Did the ship crash into something while I was asleep? Usually there was a piercing alarm accompanying the emergency lights, but oddly enough it's gone quiet. Either I slept through it somehow or something else happened for it to malfunction. As the person in charge of repairs and maintenance, that didn't bode well to me in the slightest. Just the sheer volume of that siren should have woken me up. Sigh? I called out to the room, expecting a matronly, if a little stoic, voice to respond back. Delayed response from the ship's AI weren't common, but they could still happen. As a spacecraft shipping nothing but earthy and pet supplies across the galaxy, we weren't really working with the most advanced tech there is. Is this just mouthwashing 2.0? Is there romance? I think so if this is a part of the Monstrous Desires Game Jam. Not to mention the budget cuts. Although, I feel like now we're just playing mouthwashing. I sighed, already feeling a migraine forming in the back of my head. Sigh, can you respond, please? I swear, I'm not sus. I'm not the imposter. Still nothing. I clicked my tongue. That's not a good start. Vent? Chat, that'll just give away that I'm the imposter. I inhaled deeply and stood up to exit my room, my boots clunking down the hall, the only accompaniment I had as I made my way to the main console. Along the way, I didn't see any other signs of disturbance, not like the one in my room at least. I scratched at my arm, keeping a lookout for any trouble. Everything seems to be business as usual. Shh, chat, don't tell them I'm the imposter. Other than the emergency lights, that is. You're not mouthwashing either. Excuse me! I brush my teeth every day, okay? I use mouthwash. I drink it too. A nagging thought crept into my head. While I wanted to take the current situation seriously, I couldn't help feeling skeptical. I saw Clock vent. No, you didn't, bitch! Was it another one of their pranks again? It's been a few months of me working for this company. I was expecting the hazing phase to die out any day now. Or at least, I hoped it would eventually. There's only so many ways one can keep themselves entertained on a shipping vessel months into a trip, I suppose. I just hated the fact that I was one of those ways. Regardless, whatever's happening is worth investigating. Awful coworkers or not. Bro's just sussy. Clock is just embarrassed because he's the one that always falls asleep first at the, always falls asleep first at the sleepover, guys. Don't be the guy to fall asleep first. Your mouth's gonna be full of cum in the morning. I can only hope I got out of this one without any lasting trouble. Mpreg. Reaching the main console of the ship, I frowned at the absence of my crewmates. It was getting a little ridiculous how quiet the space was other than the ambient humming and occasional blips from the console. Maybe I want that though. Hey, yo! Hey, yo, dude. Okay, well, we'll see. Bye. Bye, Queen Buffy Cat. Oh, wait, no. Don't vote me off. At first, I didn't want to feel offended at the fact nobody came to fetch me, if it was a possible emergency. But the greeting silence only formed a pit in my stomach. Captain? Anyone? Is this another disappearing bit? Because it wasn't it wasn't funny the last 2 times either. You telling me this is the 3rd time I fell for this shit? The lights are a nice touch, though. No stifled chortles. No snarky quips. Bristling from the quiet, I called out again. Come on, guys. I'd rather you insult me than leave me in the dark like this. Nothing? I sighed and shuffled over the main panel. Pulling the lever to disable the emergency lights, the dark, gory tint of the room fades away into its usual sterile white. I know you were saying goodbye because you were voting me off. Fuck you, Queen. Chat, Queen Puppy Cat's the sus one, in my honest opinion, chat. Okay? I think it was Queen Puppy Cat, chat. I think we should vote them off the ship. Glad to see that's working fine. Standing there, I expected someone to at least reveal themselves already. It's like a game of chicken to see if it'll break down first. Can you guys hear anything in the background, by the way, on the mic? I hope not. Okay. Gotta go. Have a good one. Thanks for popping by the stream, okay? It's like a game of chicken to see if I'll break down first. I folded my arms, standing awkwardly in the center of the room. Nothing but absolute stifling silence. If you're just hearing the beeping, that's fine. That's the game. Guys? With every passing second, a heavy sense of trepidation grew. I swallowed down the inevitability I had to accept that it wasn't a practical joke after all. Shuffling to the console hurriedly, I checked the rest of the systems. Artificial gravity, navigation, communications. My brows furrowed as I squinted down at all the panels. It's like everything was reset. I perked up as I caught sight of the reboot logo for the ship thrumming back and forth on one of the screens. Sci-AP must be restarting. I waited impatiently for the familiar dinky chime to ring through the speakers. Sci? Hello. The low droning voice was littered with more static than usual. I was just glad to hear someone talk back. That's a robot, sir. Oh, thank gods. Is everything alright? You don't sound too good. The current state of my systems are suboptimal. Several of my primary functions are Oh. You're stupid now. Are disabled or inoperable. I recommend repairs immediately. I'll get right on that once I figure out what's going on. Fidgeted with my tool belt as I thought of something simple to ask. No, not Freddy. Not the Frebder. What happened to the ship? Where is everyone else? Cool menu. What happened to the ship? There was a short pause before Sai was able to respond. Significant impact was detected against rear exterior of the ship. My brows raised. We hit something. Affirmative. I grimaced, my worst fear coming true. I was really hoping that wasn't the case. And how long ago? Approximately 24 minutes ago. And I was passed out on the floor the entire time? This might be more serious than I thought. Okay, that answers that. How bad is it? Unknown. Manual assessment required. I gulped. My breath stilling for a second. The thought of having to leave the safety of the ship and crawl along the outside, tethered by nothing but a flimsy cable to inspect damage who knows how bad. Clock killed Geb? Of course I did. I leaned forward as a nervous laugh spilled between my teeth, hands gripping the edge of the console to steady myself. I'll get to it later. External suits are... I said I'll get to it later. I do not recommend postponing the repairs. It is affecting my performance significantly. I'm not postponing, I'm just building up to it. Drop it, sigh. Very well. Where is everyone else? One crew member accounted for. Just one? That was concerning. There's supposed to be 5 of us. Can you, scan for everyone else? Negative. What? Why? As I've mentioned, I'm in dire need of repairs. My biometric scanners are inoperable. My tracking systems are inoperable. My surveillance... Okay, I got it. What could possibly cause so much damage in my sleep? Deep down, I knew it was foolish to disregard Sai's advice. I was the mechanic, for God's sake. Fixing things was the entire point of me being hired onto this crew. I didn't need a semi-advanced AI to tell me that. I turned my attention back to the console. My eyes were glued to the big red button right at the edge, my hand twitching with the urge to press it. Press the big shiny red button! Kill me! Maybe it was too soon to panic, but with everything going on, I was stumped on what to do. I held back, clenching my hands into fists so tight I could hear my gloves squeak. If I pressed that button and made a fool of myself, not a single person on this vessel would let me live it down. Dread forming in my throat, I dragged my boots across the floor, ignoring the tremors in my hands as I prepared to head to the loading bay. Imposter in loading bay, guys. Pausing at the door, I threw out one last question in the air. We're not in imminent danger, are we? Sai? Are we in danger? Error. I pinched my brows, gathering whatever courage I had. Astrophobia be damned, I had to do my job. Excuse me, I'm afraid of space? I'm an astronaut. They would not let me in space, I feel. No matter how cheap the company is. Traversing down the halls, I kept an eye out for any signs of my crew members. You know what? Scratch that, actually. If this is like Elon Musk's spaceship, I'm sure he wouldn't care, as long as I was the cheapest option. While repairing the Pngtuber was my main priority at the moment, it didn't hurt to see if I could find any of my absent colleagues. Plus, I wasn't really thrilled with the idea of leaving the ship without someone watching my back. Maybe I was still holding on to the hope that this was all some sick joke. They just upped the game with their pranks is all, seeing as they haven't gotten a decent reaction out of me in a while. They couldn't have possibly abandoned me, right? Just as my thoughts were about to spiral into negative territory, I heard faint footsteps from down the hall. My head whipped to the side just in time for me to catch a glimpse of one of my crewmates donned in one of the external suits. Were they from the loading bay? The helmet shone against the bright light, obscuring the wearer inside as they darted out of sight. My hope rekindled, I quickly pursued them down the hall. Get the fuck back here! I saw you, bitch! I turned the corner just to see their back in time. Hey, wait up! They instantly stopped, spinning on their heel and staring back at me with a rigid spine. I spooked them. Good. I couldn't see their eyes from behind the darkened glass, but I could feel the weight of their gaze. I looked down at the name tag on their suit, but it seems to have been ripped off. Whoever it was, I didn't care. I'm so glad I finally found someone. I was this close to thinking... I hesitated, biting down on my tongue. I couldn't show this person I was freaking out. Absolutely not. Anyways, where's everyone else? Do you know where they are? They stood completely still, seeming to tremble slightly. Guma? Their voice came out muffled. What? Hang on, let me just... I reached over to flick the mic on their helmet. They paused for a moment before speaking once more, their hesitant voice ringing through. Luna? That's better. They seem to vibrate with excitement. Please. Hey, I didn't mean to turn that vibrator on, okay? I think... Okay, they said Luna, so maybe it's a girl? Ah, delight! Amazing to see you! Amazing to... I looked over their frame, trying to pinpoint their height or look for any indicator that I knew who this was. Whoever it was, they were pretty short. Is that you, Marcus? They bristled as if offended. The doctor? Ew! He's smelly like the meteor slugs and star debris. Okay. It's pretty sus. Is that you, Kiara? They scoffed. Nosy cook? She's smelly too. Oh. Who could this possibly be? Based on their attitude so far, it didn't seem like it was anyone I recognized. I clawed my brain for another hint. I'm pretty sure that's not you, Ben. They made an indignant noise.
I'm none of your friends.
None of my... Oh. Are you, that new recruit we got a few days ago? What a terrible time for introductions. I definitely heard in passing between gossips management sent us yet another new member for our small crew. They usually considered an extra set of hands around the ship. Something about training on the job. Felt bad. They're probably being paid pennies for a position that wasn't even permanent. Not to mention ending up in a busted ship days after arriving. Normally in 2 months they'll be dropped off at the next depot and we'll be picking up a new stranger in their place. At least if things went well and the ship doesn't explode. I hide the guilt in my eyes behind a smile. In that case, I don't think we've met. I'm usually so busy running around the ship doing other people's errands. Anyways, I'm Sus Clock. I'm Sussy Among Us Clock. I held out my hand. And you are. They freeze again, staring at my hand as if expecting it to grow teeth and start snapping at them. Everyone I don't like is stinky, not based.
Luna, you will shake my hand?
Their hand darted out to grip mine tightly, squeezing so hard I let out an involuntary yelp. Why would you just openly say you're sus? Counterintuitive? Reverse psychology. Hey, what's the grip? They quickly released my hand, recoiling.
Ah, mistake. Sorry, Loon. I mean to say Sus Clock. I did not mean to meet you so soon. I was still in the middle of cleaning.
Cleaning? I raised a brow. Since when did we start hiring janitors? They gave a terse, awkward laugh like the tittering of a bird call.
Not the kind of cleaning I talk about, but yes.
Okay. For the life of me, I couldn't pinpoint what accent they spoke in. Canadian. I'm sorry, what was your name again? They stilled.
I did not.
They looked around before pointing at my tool belt excitedly.
You'll call me Wrench.
I blinked behind my visor. Pardon? Wrench?
Yes? Like the shiny thing on your hip. Lookful.
I glanced down at it before regarding them with an incredulous squint. My colleagues probably put them up to this. I am not calling you that. Clock, you are skanky. What the fuck? I'm not a skank. Excuse me. They deflated, shoulders sinking in disappointment. Why would you say that? I'm faithful. Yeah, also skank is spelled with 2 Ks.
Oh, fine. You will call me... Tom.
Adam?
Adam.
Adam? I hardly know him. Why?
They gave a huffy sigh, arms akimbo.
You are a tiny bit deaf. I will remember.
I'm not... When did they start hiring such eccentric members? What kind of name was Adam anyways? At least it was better than Wrench. I shook my head, resisting the urge to just turn around and leave. He didn't answer me though. Do you know where everyone else is? They shrugged, teetering back and forth on their toes. What? Okay.
I have not seen them. They might be hiding.
I narrowed my eyes in doubt. Why would they be...
By the ways, I have very important questions. It means life and death.
What? What is it?
What?
is... Okay, my cat is freaking out right now. Can you... Thank you? Please, thank you? Okay, good. She's dealing with the cat.
Is your favorite color?
What?
What is your favorite color?
Jeez, relax.
I want answer now.
Excuse me? Fine. It's blue.
Soothing. Blue like cosmic whale. Very calm. I will remember.
I love how it's like a Walking Dead game. I will remember. I sputtered, giving them a deadpan look. What are you, 12? We don't have time for this.
I am 6 moons old, actually.
Stop messing around. Look, I don't know what your deal is, but we have missing crewmates and a malfunctioning ship. How you're not freaking out is beyond me, but could you please get your head on straight and help me figure this out? They stayed silent, barely moving a muscle. My glare falters. Maybe I was a little harsh. At least until they started clapping their hands with a soft giggle.
Inspire. I will help you to the ends of galaxy, Luna.
It's MrClock.
MrClock, of course. Silly than me.
Yeah, this is Among Us, as a visual novel. Yep. Yep. Who's the imposter? Who knows? I huffed, resisting the urge to rub my temples. Rookies. Were they under the impression that I was someone important? Still, the presence of one strange individual as company was better than none at all. Where was I? Oh, right. Loading bay, exosuit, fixing ship. 3 simple things. I cleared my throat, hiding my anxiety as my arm gestured towards opposite of the hall where they were headed. I need someone to watch my back while I go outside. They perked up.
Outside? You would like to swim?
I frowned at their strange analogy before nodding. Yeah. Sai told me there's damage outside.
Who is Sai?
I blinked. The AI of the ship.
Ah, of course. The I. But there is no need, Luna. I already fix.
You did? I was wondering why they were wearing the suit. It had to be for a reason. Hang on, I thought you were cleaning.
I have many talents. Skillful.
That's great. I guess I don't have to then. I stood there awkwardly, rerouting my priorities now that one major task was taken care of. I had to admit I was relieved. Anything to keep me the furthest I could be from the vastness of space. I guess all that's left is to find the others. They didn't seem too happy about that.
Others? Why?
Why? Is that even worth asking? They lifted their head as if to give me a passive-aggressive look behind their dark helmet.
I'm sure they're around. Wasting.
It didn't take a genius to figure out how Adam felt about the rest of the team. My coworkers must have been giving them the newbie treatment. Hate their guts, huh? They tittered quietly.
Their guts. Yes. But you care. So, I will follow.
Hopping on their foot, they clapped their hands once more.
It will be chance for me to know you better, Luna.
MrClock.
MrClock.
I sighed, turning around to start heading towards the cabins. Let's go.
Let us.
Hours. Hours of searching up and down and sideways. We looked through every possible nook and cranny of this ship I could think of. Picked clean as a carcass. Am I just going insane, or did they really actually abandon me? I don't understand. Where could they be? Adam fiddled with her glove, humming an incoherent tune.
Gone.
I inhaled shakily, digging my hand through my hair. How? They're primetime jerks, but this is too much. They couldn't have just ditched me. Where would they even go?
Do not fret, Luna. You're not alone. You have me.
My eyes twitched. That's not as big of a reassurance as you think it is.
Papa! Would you like to eat? I think you should eat. Humans feel better after food, yes?
Yo, thanks for the penny. What, do you cook now too? Next to cleaning and fixing?
I do many things.
I couldn't muster up the energy to even sigh. We already have Kiara handling our meals. They sputtered as if I just spat on their boot. Ha-tuh!
Her food is inferior. Hardly crunchy.
I paused for a moment, wondering if I should question them further, but decided it wasn't worth the interrogation. Who's underneath that suit? Is that you, Captain Crunch? I knew it! You want me to make my mouth bleed! Not this time. I'm letting you soak in the milk. The cum. If you say so. So you're a janitor, mechanic, and cook. What planet did they pick you up from, huh? They flicked their wrist as if giving them a compliment. Your thanks for the penny and I'm fucking hollering. Yo, thanks for the penny. It's like I'm a stripper, chat. People throw pennies at me. They flicked their wrist as if I've given them a compliment.
Rejoice! I'm very talented. I can do anything for you, Luna.
Anything except find our crewmates, apparently. Dance. I ain't dancing for a penny. You're gonna have to pay me a lot more than 1 penny to get me to dance, okay? You get a thank you, and that's it. They shrugged nonchalantly, not a care in the world. Their apathy was something to behold. Wasn't my place to judge, but I just couldn't help but feeling suspicious. How about 2 pennies? Not even close. 2 whole pennies? What are you? Oh my god, I'm talking to the Scrooge right now. Certainly meet a lot of different... I'm talking to Ebenezer Scrooge. You certainly meet a lot of different types of people working this job. I straightened, because I'm straight. Adam, did mention they fixed the ship, didn't they? I figured asking Sai again would be worth a shot. Not to mention, for these cases, maybe it was about time to look through the logs. How much do you need, greedy boy? I need $20. 20 bucks? Sign me up. 3 pennies? Not even close. Let's head back to Maine. Maybe I can figure out what happened there. They gave you an enthusiastic double thumbs up, eager to follow close with a pep in their step. I was still deciding whether I preferred being alone or not. Count my blessings, I suppose. We're poor. Too bad. I don't care. I'm poor too. We entered the main console. My steps leading to the archives unit. Thank you for the pennies, though. I appreciate it. Keying in my ID, I scrolled through the past few hours. Only to feel my heart shrivel, freeze, and drop in the span of a second. Every single log file in existence was corrupted. Even the backups. Even the backups of those backups. Now, ow! Rude. How could it...
Hey! MrClock! I actually just remembered another life and death question.
Not now, Adam. Wait, I'll save. I'll save for this life or death question. My fingers work the keys, digging around for something. Anything. Adam fidgets and shuffles beside me.
But it is very important. I mean, very much this time.
I said not now. Don't be mean to Adam. They're just a space boy. Or girl. I don't know what they are. They made another indignant noise, mumbling under their breath.
Grumpy. I will remember.
Shut up with your telltale ass. Other than that, they seemed to stay put, watching me closely as I agonized over the console. Where is everything? Oh, sigh. I yelped as the console sparks, static riddling the screen before it turns off completely. What? No! I can only stare back at my reflection, wisps of smoke curling between the crevices of the keys. Adam leaned over my shoulder to take a peek.
Do you have time for life and death question now?
I closed my eyes and inhaled deeply, counting to 3 before exhaling out. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna fucking murder you now. What is it? Adam made a happy noise, glad to have my attention again.
What can you eat?
I furrowed my brows. What? What do you mean? They chuffed impatiently, tapping their foot.
What can you eat? What can you eat without dying horrible, painful, choking death? Will you explode like Crater Bug if I give you the nut?
Hey, yo! No! Bad, Adam! Bad! Bad, Adam! You are not nutting in me, okay? It's not happening. You have to take me out to dinner first, not take me to nut dinner. Jesus! Take me to Pound Town on the first date, bro. Rude as fuck.
Nut.
No!
Or your gut will fail and liquefy if I give you a lactose.
You are not liquefying my gut! Hey, yo, dude! On the first date? Bro's gonna liquefy my guts. Oh my god. Were they asking if I had any allergies?
2 hours later.
Okay, come on! The game just started! It hasn't been that long! Hey, stop plap-plapping me, Chad. Adam is not plap-plapping me, okay? Were they asking if I had any allergies? They mentioned something about cooking, didn't they? Our dietary information and restrictions are in our files. You didn't think to check? I could hear the pout in their voice.
Reading will take time. You will tell me now.
I roll my eyes, irritation clear in my face. If it gets you off my back. My diet is unique. I'm a vegan, I'm a pescatarian, I'm a vegetarian. I can eat anything. Hand me a steel plate and I'll eat it.
Convenient. I will remember.
I fixed them with a pointed look. Aren't you worried, Adam? Where is everyone else? Shouldn't you be asking about their favorite colors and their tummy problems too? At the question, their demeanor shifted.
No. They starve.
The dead seriousness in their voice completely threw me off. It's full of stone-cold malice, like anything, unlike anything I've heard from them. I know they can be real insufferable at times. Trust me, I know. Adam's a little sussy right now. But the fact they're missing is still a huge concern. They folded their arms, a rising heat in their tone.
They are mean and bossy and kick you around. The captain, she is the worst. I will never forgive her.
I blinked, wondering where the hell that even came from. How did you... I shook my head, my frustration rising with every second of interaction with this newbie. That doesn't matter. This entire situation is wrong. Can't you see that? I mean, that is the captain's job, by the way, to boss you around. They shrugged.
Everything I want to care about is right here.
Never mind. I glanced over at the control panel, eyes scanning over the buttons and dials before landing on that very, very enticing big red button. I walked towards it. Oh, big red button.
What are you doing?
Calling for help. Captain always said not to press it unless necessary, but circumstances are dire. Or at least I would, if the big red button didn't burst into sparks and smoke just as my fingertips touched it. No! I stared slack-jawed as my hand hovered midair, 1 feet away from what should have been my one last ticket to salvation away from this mess. I'm not shutting up. You leave the stream. Leave my stream. What is happening? Amongst the many deities living in the stars, there's got to be one out there that absolutely detests my entire whole being. Adam made a hum of acknowledgement, staring at the console.
Bad luck.
I scoffed, gritting my teeth as I fumbled with my tool belt. Luck has nothing to do with this. Getting on my knees, I worked at the paneling underneath the main console until it popped off with an unceremonious ka-chunk. Adam might be sabotaging us? How would Adam do that? He's just standing next to me. Adam stiffened behind me. But one of us is sussy, and I will figure out which one of us is the imposter. Alright, bye, Lynn. Goodbye. Bye. Get fucked. Yeah. Get banned, bitch. I could only freeze in horror, attempting to comprehend what I was looking at. I didn't ban him, by the way. That'd be too much for that, but I did time him out. Ugh! Oh, he was just being annoying. Ugh, what are these sound effects? Let me just listen for a little bit. Yeah. I mean, what? What was supposed to be wires and circuit boards were riddled with pulsing, inky tentacles. You thought this was a wholesome game, chat? This is a tentacle hentai. No, not tentacles. Worms. Oh, hell no! Oh, hell no! They bobbed and weaved and slid through the internal circuitry, barring any possible attempt I had to even tinker with it. Never mind, dude! Ever insistent, I decided to proceed anyway, pulling out my screwdriver and poking the closest part with the tip. They wriggled away in response. They look like spaghetti. Excuse me? What are you eating? Squid ink spaghetti? Squid ink spaghetti that's alive? Whatever they were, responded to stimuli. That's creepy as hell. No squishy noises. Yes, squishy noises. A voice murmured softly next to my ear.
I do not think you should touch that, Luna.
My grip tightened on my screwdriver. I don't think so either. I left it open, refusing to touch it more than I had to, even with gloves on. But I had to be sure. Just shut up, longer range. One by one, I pried open every hatch and opening I could think of within the room. Nothing but worms. God damn it. Adam fidgeted with their hands, spent silent all the while. For once they seemed to understand my growing desperation. My gut roiled in disgust as I tossed the final panel away, the metal clattering against the floor. They've taken over the ship. So this is made for the Monstrous Desires Game Jam. So I guess, Adam, you're gonna have to take a step aside because, those worms are looking kinda... I'm getting a little sussy. Missing crewmates, malfunctioning AI, unknown funky organisms crawling through the ship. You mean sexy organisms. What the hell is anyone even supposed to do in this situation? I was never trained for this. Or I was, but that was orientation months ago. And all they told us was to press the big red freaking button. I know what I have to do. Unzips my pants. Pacing back and forth, I fidgeted with the flaps on my tool belt. There we go. Muttering solutions under my breath.
Luna?
MrClock.
MrClock? I do not see why you worry.
What? Do you not see the worms everywhere?
I have seen them before. Safe.
My steps halted at the casual admission. You've seen them before. They're not dangerous.
Safe. Secure.
But you told me not to touch them.
Just because safe does not mean touch.
What? No. Okay. Glanced around the room. Uncomfortable tingles running up my arms just looking at all the wriggling. Why are we called MrClock? Oh, the game just added that to my name when I typed clock. Without the haze of panic, I could pick up on the distinct smell of burnt eggs. I held back the urge to gag. Tell me you can look at all of this and not want to puke. They jerked as if I just insulted their mother. Excuse me, you just jerked off?
1, that is rude. 2, I have seen worse.
The worms were spilling out to the floor and disappearing through the grates at our feet. But there's so many. They tutted in disappointment.
Are you also scared of 100 million ants?
That sounds terrifying.
You were giant to ants, Luna.
Well,
scared of ants. I will remember.
What was that?
Nothing. Worms, safe.
Admittedly, their easygoing demeanor about the whole thing did help calm me down a little. A detail they seemed pleased by.
I have another life and death question.
Not another one of these. Is this a hobby of yours? I'm not afraid of ants. Okay, maybe if they were, like, huge.
What animal is your favorite?
Don't ignore my question with another question.
Animal, now!
Oh my god! What is my favorite animal? I guess for now I'll just say cat.
Wonder. I will remember.
Can we take it easy with the icebreakers already?
But understanding Luna is so much fun.
Stop calling me that.
What is wrong with calling you Luna?
Nothing's wrong with it. It's just not my name.
So I can call you Luna.
That's not what I said.
Okay.
I groaned, burying my face in my hands. Do what you want. They giggled cheerfully, hopping on one foot.
I will.
Can we go back to the worms? If you've seen them before, how do you deal with them? why clock I will remember? What do you mean? Why is Sally Face Peepo sad? You're the fault, sus clock. What the hell?
You do not.
I'm sorry, you do not?
Why deal with worms if safe?
Just because safe does not mean let them infest the entire ship, Adam.
Why not?
Do I really need to explain? Don't answer that. You know what? Stop talking. I'm just going to... sigh. A soft crackle emitted from the speakers. How may I assist? I slumped in relief at hearing the monotonous voice once more. Meanwhile, Adam seemed to huff in annoyance, folding their arms after being brushed aside. I gave them a short glance of acknowledgement before turning my attention back to the ceiling. Where's the nearest station we can dock at? I like Adam. Adam's pretty nice. He remembers everything, apparently. The nearest station is approximately 555. Recalculating. Apologies, I cannot finalize the distance. Well, I thought you were fixed. I was. It seems my navigational systems have been tampered with. Tampered? What do you mean, tampered with? I have been tampered with... I knew you said that, but in what way? A different way. Oh no, not the tentacles. If Sai had a neck, I'd be gently wringing it. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Like, changed. Altered. Affirmative. Who would... I looked over at Adam, out of the corner of my eye, who's been staring at me the entire time. A brief second of paranoia filled my chest before I quickly quelled it. They've been with me for the past few hours. Didn't make sense. Is it the same for everyone else? Everything else? Does it feel like everything else has been altered, I mean? Yes and no. Upon rebooting, several of my usual functions were inoperable. However, ever since my waking up, the loss of control has been increasing in increments since. Wait, what? You! So you're telling me you're worse off than before? Affirmative. Why didn't you tell me sooner? My initiative directives were also tampered with as of 60 minutes ago. I cannot do what is not asked of me. I groaned. Lost some control? So what does that mean? Are we being hijacked? Why would anyone even want to take over this stupid vessel? We just deliver Earthian pet kibble and platinum-grade chew toys. It is not an attack. The source is from within. Within? The worms! It must have been these gross worms crawling through the systems. Then what can I do? May I suggest interrogating...
I have suggestion.
My head slowly turned to regard the newbie with an apathetic look. Yes, Atom?
Take walk with me.
Excuse me, are you a dog? You are wearing a collar, actually. Okay, let me get the leash. My glare turned furious at their nonsense. In what 70 billion galaxies would that help? You told me these things were safe, and look what they did. We're stranded. Despite practically blowing up in their face, their helmet tilted, nothing but jubilance radiating off their body.
Walk will help. Promise. Promise, Luna. It will help.
Son of a bitch. I'm in. Take a walk with Adam.
Maybe it was the fact that I just needed a breather, but I ended up agreeing to go with Adam. They could tell I was about to accept their invitation, considering they took a step towards me, and yanked me forward by the wrist before I could even say a word. The next thing I knew, my boots were thumping against the grates behind theirs, their grip around my wrist firm without a chance for me to slip. Their excited laughter echoed as they led me down the halls, less of a brisk walk and more of a merry jog. They confidently took turns without even glancing to check. Don't stay with Psy, but if I leave the sussy person alone, chat, then I'll get killed off. They confidently took turns without even glancing to check. Seemed they had a destination in mind. Eventually, they stopped in front of the airlocks, or rather, what we used as the garbage chute. Technology wasn't sophisticated on this ship. That was something I had to accept years ago. Every time I came into proximity around this area, I worried the creaking would finally give way to collapsed doorways sucking me into the abyss. I kind of understood why Adam brought me here. Sorry, YouTube. The view through the glass separating us from oblivion in the other room was still admittedly breathtaking. Though, in my case, it would be literal. Considering I have to hold back a panic attack every time I caught a glimpse outside. Wasn't even terrified of space until I got this job. Some practical jokes just leave a worse impression than others. Oh, what did they do to me? Did they lock me out in space? That's so fucked up. Adam doesn't notice my subtle distress, or even if they did, they decided to ignore it. Chat, kid 227, you're scaring me. All of you are scaring me, constantly. You're just scaring me. We do have astrophobia, but they said they didn't have it before they went to space. I have a very strong feeling that our crew kind of kicked us out in space for too long.
It is like I remember.
You've been here before?
Many moons ago. One day, I take you swimming.
Swimming? Oh, right. They meant outside. Just the very thought made my palms sweat, my heart sinking within my ribcage. Did they really get a thrill from helplessly floating out in space? It would explain why they haven't taken off the suit yet. I don't think I can.
Yes, you can. It is easy.
They reached for my hands, intertwining our fingers and squeezing gently through our gloves. Oh, okay. Let them. Romantic. The contact was out of the blue, but at this point I've come to accept my crewmates' quirks. Otherwise, I wouldn't have agreed to this nonsense in the first place. I'm letting the spaceman riz me. Maybe the stress of the unknown was making me lenient. I couldn't see their face, but I could somehow tell they were beaming. Wait, we're not doing this now, right? I don't want to go outside. Ah, outside! They tilted their head in confusion.
We are not. You are not wearing suit for swimming.
Oh. I relaxed. Then, is there a reason we're holding hands next to the dumpster?
Many reason.
Can you give me, like, one? They hummed in thought.
I remember great happiness here.
Huh?
You ask for reason. That is reason.
They tightened their grip, stepping forward into my space. Haha, space reference. Their helmet nearly bumping my nose. I startled, leaning back. Dancing time? I don't know about that one. I can tolerate the hand-holding, but I'd appreciate my own bubble of oxygen, Adam. They laughed again, light and airy.
I will make your oxygen for you.
What?
I only want to see you.
Are you trying to see every single pore on my face, too? They tittered again, a smile in their voice. Ow!
You are funny. I will remember.
I sighed. I feel like we're gonna die. That was barely a joke. Why do you keep saying that like you're keeping tabs on me? Oh, can I get a stretch check?
That was a good stretch, actually. Please, chat, whip it out for Harambe.
Stretch that meat for me, okay? If you don't got any meat to stretch, you know, let those tatas breathe, okay? Whip them around a little. Helicopter them if you have to, but shake it a little bit, okay? Stretching matters. They paused briefly before realizing what I was referring to.
I should know. Must know. everything to make Luna happy. Nothing else that is matter will matter.
I held my breath, staring at them in bewilderment. At this point, I couldn't even deny it anymore. It was clear Adam was smitten. Gods knows why. That's a bold confession.
Not bold enough. Never enough.
Okay, calm down there. Should I just ask? Ask something else. Should I just ask, are you in love with me? It wouldn't hurt to ask, right? Clock, I'm not taking my boobs out for me. If you're not gonna take your boobs out for me, do it for yourself, okay? Stretch them. Please, take care of yourself, okay, chat? Clock, you afraid mine's bigger than yours? Your dick? I don't give a shit, man. What? I don't... What? I thought you were a girl! Maybe the sooner I get them to admit it, the sooner we can stop this ridiculous rendezvous and focus on what actually mattered. Are you in love with me? Their hands dropped mine as if they were hot coals. Awkward. I can be futa for a day. Well, then it doesn't count, does it?
Luna? Love? Love does not begin...
Oh, wait. They lunged for my hands again, squeezing tighter and tighter.
You will let me?
I was just asking.
You will let me?
That depends.
On what?
Take me out to dinner first. Oh, wait. Okay, wait. Wait, chat, if you save the ship or if you find my friends... Let's go with the happy ending first. I think this will be the happy ending. Save the ship. Adam choked on a laugh.
Save the ship? Save the ship? Save the ship? Easy. I'm almost done cleaning.
Cleaning? The lights flickered, turning to a colored hue.
Your favorite.
Oh, sorry.
Your favorite.
I blinked. The lights weren't meant to do that. What did you just do? That's my favorite color. That's actually really cool. Oh, chat, he remembered. Chat! He remembered. They laughed, cheerily, holding out their arms as if proud. This is actually like one of my favorite shades of blue, too.
I make ship better. You will not need Psy anymore. You will not need friends anymore. I will care for everything. Food, flesh, favorite things. Everything will be your liking, my Luna Nova.
What?
Right. You are a tiny bit deaf.
No, man!
Should I repeat?
No! Can you please explain what's going on? What did you just do to the ship? Where are my comrades?
If I'm being honest, you will not like me.
Their words sent a cold chill up my back.
But that is alright. Everything is alright.
This isn't alright. Nothing was ever alright with this person. Adam admired my silence for a moment before leaning closer.
What is it you want, Luna? Ask, and I will give everything of me.
I wanna... Hit them with your wrench? Hit them with your wrench! I wanna smack you over the head with my wrench. Kerblam! I braced my feet on the ground and swung, the sound of glass cracking sharp to my ears as the impact traveled down my shoulder. Do you see that? He's got fucking worms! Adam made a sound like a strangled animalistic cry, dropping to their knees and clutching at their head. Typically, space helmets shouldn't crack under that kind of force. They're supposed to be bulletproof, and you'd crack your skull sooner than you crack your helmet. But the company was cheap. And for once, that was to my benefit.
Luna?
My eyes widened as I stumbled back. Worms dripped out of their head, slapping wetly against the grate before joining the rest between the crevices. Ugh! Slapping? I don't have anything to make that sound effect, but imagine like a slime slapping sound, like something like that, okay?
If we end up with a mouthful of worms, I swear to God. Excuse me. Adam will remember that. True, it's a Telltale game. I already knew they couldn't possibly be part of my crew, but seeing what was essentially a suit full of worms did it for me. I was about to fuck that? Oh! I bang another hit for good measure. A guttural screech scattering more worms across the floor. Luna! I gripped the wrench tight, abandoning their crawling form to sprint down the hall towards the emergency escape pods. Luna! The walls and floors creaked and groaned as I ran, contorting in the shape to trip me. I righted myself with a flailing of my arms, coughing for breath as I threw open the hatch for the escape pod and clambered inside in a mess of limbs. I buckle in, hands shaking as I flicked buttons and dials with the ignition, heart painfully hammering against my ribs. The countdown flickers on screen, the vessel shuddering to life. 10, 9, 8... Luna! I screamed, jumping in my seat. Adam clawed at the pod. Ow! Why are you hitting me? I'm hitting him! Adam clawed at the pod, its worm-like innards pulsing and bulging between the cracks of its shattered helm. Hey, yo, don't show me your bulge! That's disgusting! 6. Luna! 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 I told you, Chad, I wasn't the imposter. I'm just sus. It giggled softly, sighing in mock disapproval. 4. You know it is useless. 3. So smart. 2. But tiny bit stupid. 1. The buttons and dials reset simultaneously with harrowing clicks, the pod jittering to a stop. I was left staring at Adam's cracked helmet as it chitters, its laugh sounding more insect-like. You can have tantrum. I do not mind. It leaned against the glass, helmet thudding as it tilted its head in that love-struck way characters do in cartoons. He did the head tilt. I will wait. Its fingers tapped playfully inside the glass, distorted humming coming from the mass inside its head. I sat there frozen, my body unable to even tremble from shock. I licked my lips, refusing to look away. My voice sounded distant and muffled even through my own ears. What are you... Adam stopped its rhythmic tapping. Talkative so soon. I can't do anything else. It started a moment before giggling, shoulders shaking with mirth. Candid. Very true. What I am. It seemed to consider a moment before knocking its helm against the glass again in excitement. Do you remember, Luna? Many moons ago, on this ship. I was small, weak and hungry. I racked my brains for an inkling of what it was talking about. A stowaway? Was it possible? I was ready to die, but to sneak into the metal box instead and find crunchy bits. Food? You found food. The edibles! Yes, joy and applause. You snuck onto my ship and ate edibles, and that's why you're this crazy? Okay, it all makes sense now. But I find food to also find problem. Your friends, mean and hasty, surround me like moon lions. If you're gonna be stealing our rations, of course they'd be pissed. The worms writhed wildly as if in anger. But I was so small and weak. They want to crush me under boots and burn me alive. Every single face, stormy. All but yours. They paused for a moment, reminiscing. The worms calmed. Ugh. You look at me. Mercy. Stay among the black holes. Their tone softened to that of reverence. Do you remember holding me in your glove? Do you remember shooting me into space? I
shot you into space. That sounded like a death sentence rather than a rescue. And then it clicked. 6 months ago. You got into the dog food, didn't you? It perked up, nodding eagerly. Maria had found a pest, digging through the supplies and eating through half the bags. She called the whole group to catch it while I was busy repairing the hole it crawled through. Caught in a jar. Shaken and punished, just trying to survive. Kiara suggested throwing it in the engine furnace. Marcus wanted to pick it apart. The others chimed in other horrible, torturous methods out of boredom when letting it out of the airlock hatch was so easy. I ran off with it just as they started bickering. It was no bigger than my palm. I just thought you were an endangered species. In an honest, truthful way, I did. The markings matched, didn't they? Let out a chirp of amusement. You are very smart with the ship, but tiny bit stupid with the animals. It sighed longingly, tracing a circle over my face with a finger on the glass. I remember your smile. I cannot forget. I never forget. You saved my life, my Luna Nova. My kind answer, action in spades. You are getting what you deserve. The pod shuddered, screws spinning loose and dropping to the ground with muffled clinks by my boots. I watched in horror as worms started squeezing in through the holes. Oh no, oh please no! Swarming in, they land on my lap, my arms, my shoulders, the gap around my collar. Stop trying to smash the worms, man! I could feel them curl around my ear, brush against my cheek, prodding against my visor. More and more, piling on and on. Get them off me! You're lucky, what? I unbuckled myself. Why am I taking off my pants? Kicking open the hatch as Adam stepped back in time. Bursting out of the pod, I scrambled to flick away the horrid things off my body, shuddering as the sensation still ghosted over my skin. Ugh. Can I get a hydrate check? Adam watched, hardly offended. I got impatient. It snatched my hand before I could finish ridding myself of the worms. The remaining ones curled around me, sticking to my clothes and skin in a way that was almost affectionate. Oh, I guess I don't have to do the muffled voice anymore now that they're just out. Now we have our home ready. What would you like to do, my Luna Nova? Home? It nodded excitedly. Home! Ship! Right. Adam took over the Bidadari. Even now I could hear distant creaking and dull rumbling all around us, transmitting gentle tremors from under my boots. Make out with your face hole now. Oh, what am I supposed to kiss? Like the ship itself had come alive, breathing. My voice came out meek and numb. I want to go back to Earth. Adam shook its head. No, no, no. I'm better than any planet. I can make anything. Here. It cupped its palms together and something started wriggling underneath its gloves. Small colored pebbles rolled into its hands from the cuffs of its sleeves, growing into a pile before presenting them to me. Scrumptious! Did you just give me candy? I recognized the dry pellets instantly. Did you just make dog food? Is it offering me dog food? I gently nudged its hand back down. I can't eat that. It gasped in shock, an intense pout in its voice. Why not? You can eat anything, yes? You told me so. Oh. Face palmed. He remembered. That doesn't include dog food. It sighed and tutted, the worms wriggling about in annoyance. Fine, fine. I learned from Cook what to cook. I paused. Are you talking about Kiara? I would eat it for him. What, are you gonna bark for him too, chat? You're sick. You sickos. I dig her brain for recipe. Plentiful. What is that even? Never mind. I don't want to know. Somewhere in my confusion, Adam had hidden the kibble away, suspiciously muffled crunching noises coming from within its chest. No, man, why are you eating it? I eyed it warily. What were those even made of? If it had a mouth, it would give me a cheeky grin. Me! My body shuddered, squinting down into its gaping head wound. The smell of burnt eggs was even more intense. Ugh! I don't want to eat worms. It laughed nonchalant. It will not taste like worms. Did not even look like worms, remember? Oh. I can also make you some cat. I do not know what cat is, but Luna can show me. Would you like? Your own cat? I mean, I would. I briefly imagined an animal made out of wriggling black worms. I ignored the nausea collecting in the back of my throat at the thought. That's fine. Don't give my cat worms. I pointed at its helmet. That cat won't taste very good either. Doesn't that hurt? It made a confused noise before realizing where I was staring. It is like fresh air. Fresh air. Adam really is just worms. You're not mad at me. You said you returned favors, so... It shook its head quickly. I will never ever. You can do the hitting again if that is what you want. Well, no, don't be crazy. Oh my god. Then again, what did I expect from something not even human? I startled as Adam removed my glove. No! No! We're not gonna do this, right? No! No! You can't make me do this, game! Yes? Oh god. Raising my hand with a firm grip, Adam nuzzled into me, carefully avoiding nicking me on the jagged edges. The smooth glass rubbed against my palm as the worms retreated within the helm, avoiding touching me directly. Even then, it let one stray worm curl around my thumb, the texture cold and foreign and strange. I could feel light vibrations on my skin as they let out a happy hum. We will sing and dance and fall in love, Luna. I cleared my throat awkwardly, resisting the urge to tug my hand free. I think you're being a little too optimistic for your own good, Adam. It chittered happily at the sound of its chosen name on my lips. Optimist. Of course I am. You have no choice but to like me. Its hold tightened around my wrist. And do not ever think of escaping. I will hunt you, I will find you, and we will start all over again. I gulped. What if I ask nicely? No. Stay. But stay. I swallowed thickly, not daring to move a muscle or protest another word. I didn't think I'd be held hostage by an enamored parasitic worm extraterrestrial thing. This whole situation was so bizarre, I expected to wake up under red lights again if I tried hard enough. This is crazy. So here's my number. Call me crazy. This is crazy. So here's my number. No, I'm kidding. It tutted in satisfaction. What is the saying of that melody? Oh my god. You actually know the song? Oh, never mind. Oh my god. I can't speak Spanish. No! No es la locura, en realidad es el amor. Since when you used to be my angel, MrClock. But am I your devil now? The lights over our heads dimmed, the reflection of off Adam's helmet illuminating the look of dread on my face. Now I can be yours. End. We dance in synchronous rotation. Thank you for playing. I think we fucked the worm boy. Chat, I think we married the worm guy. By the way, there is only one ending to this game because Adam gets what he wants, or Adam gets what they want. Context, please. Let me get this in 2024 context. We rizzed our way to space The phantom tax hit the ship. Skibbity toilet astronaut came out of nowhere. Oh, stretch check and hydrate. Okay, wait. And wormed, and then the worms rizzed us to Ohio with its giant gyat. No brain rot. Okay, I could replay some of this to give you guys the other options, but since there's only one ending, I'm not going to bother. If you want to check the other options yourself, please play the game for yourself. Check it out on itch. I'll leave the link in the description below. Download it, rate it highly if you enjoyed this, okay? It was a fun game, actually. I thought it was pretty fun. I don't know about you guys. I know it wasn't some super hot monster, but this is a part of the Monstrous Desires Game Jam on itch, and honestly, I mean, this is one hear me out, if you know what I'm saying. This is a crazy hear me out. Chat, would you fuck the can full of worms? Would you fuck this can full of worms, chat? Oh! That was cute, though. The can full of worms actually rizzed my chat. Didn't work on me, by the way. Fuck that. I'm not fucking the Squid Ink spaghetti monster, okay? It's not happening. Clock ain't doing all of that, okay? Thanks, Kat, by the way, for the checks. Everybody, make sure you stretched. You know, stand up, do a little twerking, okay? If you want to stretch, you know, whip it out for Harambe. Do a couple of helicopters with it, okay? Just for me. Get that blood moving, you know? And make sure you finish with good posture, okay? It's always important to have good posture. Sitting up straight. But anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. I think that's probably the end of the Monstrous Desire games that I planned on playing. That's pretty much it, I think. I enjoyed it a lot, though. It was fun. It was a good game. Interesting enough. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you're new here, my name is Clock, and if you could please clock that like button and subscribe as well. We have daily videos on the channel, and we stream almost daily on Twitch TV/MrClockWorks, okay? Check it out sometime. I'm sure if you like this video at all, I'm sure you'll like the rest of my stuff, honestly. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Oh! By the time this video is up, we've probably hit 20k subscribers on YouTube. I'm going to do a big live stream for that for sure, and we'll do a post on the YouTube post and Twitter or whatever. But thank you so much for subscribing, okay? Seriously, all of you guys. Whoever's already subscribed. As of today, we have 19,700 subscribers. Pretty fucking crazy. I actually cannot believe that we're going to hit 20k. Like, maybe it all just stops. Maybe I'm saying that and it all just stops. But currently I'm at 19,925. I just refreshed. So 19,925. That's pretty amazing. I'm probably going to hit it by tomorrow. That's insane. You guys are awesome. I really love you guys. Thank you so much. Okay. Seriously, that is awesome. You guys, I never thought I'd get more than like 100 subs. Even then, 100 subs seemed like a lot to me a year ago. So thank you all so much. Seriously, I really hope that you guys keep enjoying the videos. Okay. I'm going to keep doing my daily uploads and playing stupid games for you guys. Seriously. Anyways, bye YouTube. Keep a lookout on the Discord, the Twitter, the Blue Sky. I will be making an announcement for when we do this celebration stream, okay? So, anyways, clocking out. Peace.